This is Elsie Tree. I love Chinese dramas and I would like to share them with you. Love Like the Galaxy, Episode 1 is a wonderful beginning. I've already created a video in which I presented all the characters we are going to meet in Episode 1. If you find this guide useful, please subscribe and like. Episode 1 starts with the announcement of the end of a 15-year-old war. The emperor, being so happy, dispatches his representative to the gate. He also announces a litany of rewards being presented to the general of this army, Ling Buyi. The general is also invited to the palace. Ling Buyi refuses. He wants to continue his investigation. So he goes with his lieutenants to the location of where the investigation is leading him. They end up at an impoverished estate. At the gate of that estate, housekeeper Li is yelling. She calls on to the girl inside and tells her she has to come to the carriage quickly. She also offers her a hot meal. When Cheng Shaoshang receives the meal, she eats very quickly. She hasn't had a meal like that for a while. Housekeeper Li is really impatient, so she barges in. As Cheng Shaoshang leaves her stark room, we see she is wearing very shabby clothes, and she is sweating. Housekeeper Li wants to drag her to the carriage, but Cheng Shaoshang refuses and walks up to it. All this is being witnessed by Ling Buyi and his men. When they get into the carriage, Cheng Shaoshang's maid notices that it is smelly. And as they travel back to the capital, they get stopped by Ling Buyi and his men, who want to look inside the carriage. Ling Buyi does not like to overstep his authority, but Cheng Shaoshang also wants to cooperate, so she asks him to come talk to her. And she tells him that there is nothing of interest in her carriage. She also points to the haystack next to the property. Since Cheng Shaoshang cooperated, Ling Buyi lets them go back to the capital. Housekeeper Li is very angry at Cheng Shaoshang. She tells her that she got the entire family in trouble. She also tells her that her father and mother will be there in 2 weeks, and this is why she is being called to the capital. In the capital, Grandmother Chang eats. She also loves her jewelry and compares it to her neighbor's jewelry. Her daughter-in-law, Madame Ge, feels very uncomfortable. She feels that something bad is going to happen today. As they talk about Cheng Shaoshang and her return back to the capital, Grandmother Cheng talks about Cheng Shaoshang's disobedience and relates it also to Cheng Shaoshang's mother, Zhao Yanyi. They are suddenly interrupted by the announcement of the arrival of Cheng Shi, Grandmother Cheng's eldest son. Grandmother Cheng is delighted, and she rushes to the gate. When she gets there, she is faced with her son's wife, Zhao Yanyi. She really despises this woman. and Cheng Shi trails. He tells his wife that he has the pastries, and he gives them to her. Grandmother Cheng feels left out, but her son turns around and sees her and embraces her. Zhao Yanyi asks about her daughter, Cheng Shaoshang, and she calls her by her nickname Niao Niao. Grandmother Cheng is very uncomfortable. She says that Cheng Shaoshang is not here today. They sit together, and Grandmother Cheng is reveling in the return of her eldest son. They get suddenly interrupted by clamors from housekeeper Li in the courtyard. Grandmother Cheng and Madame Ge go outside to see what housekeeper Li is talking about. Housekeeper Li says that Cheng Shaoshang has put the entire family in jeopardy. Niao Niao's loyal servants kneel in front of Cheng Shaoshang's father, and they tell him of Niao Niao's difficulties and suffering. The mother, the father, and also the sworn sister, Cheng Song, are shocked. Cheng Shaoshang appears at the door, and they wonder why she is so frail. Grandmother Cheng is unhappy, and she tells them she is being slandered. Madame Ge also instigates her to cause a scene. Niao Niao's mother observes everything that is happening. Niao Niao is carried to her room, and the family is discussing Niao Niao's state, her illness, and why she is so frail. Grandmother Cheng is saying that she has spent so much time raising this girl. As Niao Niao is hiding under the covers, her mother tells her that she is going to ask the kitchen to get her something to eat, something she likes to eat. Niao Niao tells her out loud, does she actually know what she likes to eat? As they are talking in Niao Niao's room, they get interrupted again. An army of special forces are encircling the estate. Ling Buyi enters through the gate. Niao Niao's father and mother go to meet him. Captain Cheng admires Ling Buyi and his efforts and his leadership in this war. Ling Buyi tells Captain Cheng that he is investigating the funneling of counterfeit weapons into the war effort. Ling Buyi tells Captain Cheng that he has captured a suspect, and he reveals his identity. When Ling Buyi finishes his business with the family, he steps into the courtyard and he senses they are being watched. As he says his goodbyes, he also apologizes for having bothered Niao Niao's travel back to the capital. He also praises her, saying that she is intelligent and that she is a patriot. Niao Niao misunderstands his praise. I hope this guide will encourage you to watch Love Like the Galaxy. Please comment below, after you've watched, what the differences are between Niao Niao and Ling Buyi. Also, could you please tell me how Grandmother Cheng values her family members? I will be releasing a guide for episode 2. In episode 2, Grandmother Cheng feels that she is being left out and unsupported by her family. Battle lines get drawn within the family. A message: is this trash or is this treasure? Confessions happen and consequences. This is Elsie Tree. You are saplings in this adventure as I am a sapling. I hope to talk to you soon in episode 2 guide of Love Like the Galaxy.